Greetings to my team of 144 and all Starseeds Lightworkers and Wayshowers. Hope you're having a beautiful and amazing day today as we ride these waves of the Rainbow Bridge. It is April 6, 2019. I know these waves were coming in hard and intense today, like they have for the last several weeks, since the equinox, since the winter solstice of 2018 on the 21st. I know some people are feeling these waves more intensely than others. I know today the Schumann resonance was going through these massive spikes throughout the day. So some people were riding the waves smoothly while others were getting knocked around. I know I had a few ups and downs today in feelings and intensity. Started off rocky and then I was uplifted and had a couple deep connections of kindness and joy. A couple people came in today, a couple women to my shop, and we had a good laugh. I was talking about how I'm battling with the AI, and then a computer started talking. I said, there you go. It's AI trying to have a conversation with me when I'm not even there. Then I was telling them about these videos that I put out and how someone posted that I need professional help. I believe insinuating that I may need a psychologist. So I joke, I said, and what kind of psychologist or therapist could help me? I am beyond help. But in a jokingly way, because I told them, and like I tell everyone, it's like the Cheshire Cat told Alice, and Alice in Wonderland, it's a mad world, and you'd have to be crazy to come here. We call it crazy wisdom. You know, it takes a little bit of crazy and a little bit of wisdom to deal with this, the insanity of the Matrix. So after work this evening, my twin flame and I went to for a nature hike through a nature preserve and saw some beautiful creatures and connected with the geese and the swan energies and the blackbirds and the sparrows and the ducks. And then as the sun was setting, this beautiful golden rays and the pink and violet waves coming in, my sandhill crane friend flew overhead and called to us in a greeting of bliss and joy. It almost sounded like a pterodactyl, and the wingspan was at least 6 feet as she flew right overhead into the sunset on this glorious day. This glorious light keeps manifesting, the glorious waves and the glorious rays. And after our hike, she wanted to stop in at a Goodwill in the neighborhood to take a look around at a couple things. And I was walking around the store, and in the back of the store was a chalkboard, a big chalkboard, and written on it in chalk that someone had wrote was, I don't know who you are, but just know you're beautiful and I love you. And then there was a pink heart, and then it said, love always wins. So I thought that was a galactic message, because I'm always telling people that love has won and love always wins. It's not love in the past or love in the future. Love right now has won. We have reached the precipice We have reached critical mass, and we have reached the tipping point. So no holds barred. We are all in. We are all in this together. And we are all manifesting the new earth. So the transmission for today is from Seraphim Subramanium. Seraphine Subramanium, titled The Current Process. So the ground troops for Operation Terra are travelers within space and time. In order to carry out our service to this planet's transition from 3D Earth into 4D Terra, what people are calling Terra Nova, we left our higher density existence and came down into 3D via a time loop. We will return to where we were before by exiting the time loop. Within the time loop we experienced many 3D lives, and now it is time for us to return to the lives and bodies we were in before. When we are finally in that restored state, we will each move on to our next tasks for the op. I believe short for operation. And we are in Operation Breakthrough. We're breaking through the veil. We're breaking through the illusion. We're breaking through the matrix. Breaking on through to the other side. Because 4D inhabitants can move rather fluidly within linear time and can bilocate as necessary, those parts of ourselves that are expressing up there can also work directly on the ground. They can also work with us from there. More than one of us has had direct experiences of our 4D selves while still in these 3D bodies, and as I write this I feel I am sourcing much more from up there than I am from down here. At some point in this overall process, which will depend on our individual functions and roles within the op at any given time, our 3D bodies will be totally absorbed, subsumed into our 4D bodies, and we will no longer express in 3D bodies except when necessary for certain situations. Everyone who came down into 3D from the higher densities will return to the way they were before, but for any who are not in the first two waves, this will not occur before the evacuation. We are different. Those of us who are from part of Operation Terra are different than most of those around us in several important ways. We came into 3D to take on some of the pain of this world and to transform it within ourselves, which decreases the amount of pain the planet carries and has to release. By accomplishing our own transformation of this pain, we also create an energetic template for personal transformation. Future generations can make use of that template and find their way to Terra, too. We also came to act as human lightning rods to ground the higher light into the planet that will support the necessary cleansing of the planet by flushing out everything that is not in keeping with her density or destiny as Terra. The infusion of light is pushing out all the thought forms that have been absorbed by the planet over millions of years. By our acting as conduits for more and more of this light to enter the body of the planet, we're actually helping to facilitate the changes that are occurring on a global scale. I'm so spatial today I can barely speak. They have to occur, and it is part of our service to support them. We aren't here to stop or fix anything in the present world. Instead, we intend to participate in creating something entirely new that has never existed before. We understand that this present creation has served its purpose and will be replaced by another one, so our best service is to detach from the drama and to allow the energies to flow without resisting them. In order to complete the rest of our service to this planet, those of the first and second waves will be returning to where we were before and be as we were before. We will help with the evacuation of approximately 1/10 of 1% of the present global population, approximately 6 to 7 million people plus animals and plants. Process them on our ships and then house them on Midway Station once they are able to function in that frequency band. The preparations to colonize Terra will take place on Midway Station, a large spherical mothership that is approximately 80% the size of the present planet Earth, and everyone will proceed according to the next step in their individual journey of service to the Creator. Many of the galactic volunteers will return to their home planets, and some of them will be colonists on Terra, are instrumental in setting up their home planet's colony in Terra. Actual colonization will begin approximately 20 to 25 years after the evacuation takes place. The individuals from the first and second waves are making their completions with 3D now. Some of their animals are also going to be taken into 4D. Animals and humans will enter 4D somewhat differently, but all of them will return to their previous identities to prepare for their individual roles in the evacuation and afterward. Once one has completed the shift into the full 4D consciousness and awareness, they can appear in any body and location that the situation requires. This ability does not have to be learned. Once the shift into 4D is complete, it is automatically operative and available. Clearing the cellular memory. Many years ago, I was shown a technology that is used for the process of clearing the cellular memory. I believe a form of this technology is already being applied to those of the first and second waves while we sleep, and it may also be used to complete our clearing process once we have been lifted onto the ships, if that hasn't completed by then. Translucent ovoid cylinders are equipped with hinged lids and electronic sensors that can detect and interpret a person's energy field. They can each accommodate one person in a supine position. The cylinder acts as a sort of isolation chamber, and its occupant is in a peaceful, unconscious state, similar to a very deep sleep, while the process of erasing their cellular memory proceeds. The sensory readings provide the data that is used to produce a canceling pattern of energy, an exact energetic opposite of the pattern being cleared. The canceling pattern is applied to the person until the sensors indicate that the particular pattern has been totally cleared. The lid remains closed until the session is complete, after which it opens automatically. A technician helps the occupant to get up and go to a rejuvenation pool to rest and recover. The patterns that need to be cleared have an innate priority with regard to each other, which the technology can detect and schedule additional sessions until all of the residual 3D patterns in the cellular DNA have been cleared. Only the emotional residue or charge is cleared. The data itself remains intact, so a person can remember their personal history, but without an emotional charge. It's just data and not very interesting, except as it contributes to something being experienced in a given moment. This is very similar to some of the radionics machines available on 3D Earth today, only far more sophisticated and complex. Technicians oversee the overall process and make sure everything is functioning properly, but otherwise everything is highly automated. Once a person's cellular memory has been cleared of all emotional charge, they're ready to take up their new life in a higher vibrational environment, although there is still a time of adaptation to one's new circumstances while one learns of the or remembers to function in 4D waves. There's sounds going off all around me right now, and my vision is being blurred. So bear with me here. Let's take a deep breath. Breathe out, release. Breathe out, release. Breathe out, release. In addition, some form of radiant processing, the messages refer to it as sonic cleansing, is being applied to the ground troops even now. Many have reported feeling these energies being applied to their bodies, and I also have experienced them myself on many occasions. At the time of this writing, it is rare for me not to not feel them if I awaken during the night or early morning. More on the Midway station. All of the evacuees will initially be taken aboard our ships after they have had a period of acclimatization on the ships and have actually witnessed the pole shift from the safety of near-Earth space. They will each be placed in the cocoon cylinders for further processing. Their vibrational frequency will rise as the heavier emotions are erased from their cellular memory. Their processing time aboard the ships will clear enough of their cellular memory to allow them to match the vibrational frequency of Midway Station. When that process is sufficiently complete, they will be taken to Midway Station. Once there, their transformational process will continue and may take an additional 2 to 3 years before they are ready to be active participants in the actual preparations for colonization. Midway Station is equipped to adjust to its own frequency level, and all of its occupants will be going through a process that allows them to be gradually raised in frequency until they are at the frequency that exists on Terra. Initially, the vibrational frequency of Midway Station will be midway between the vibrational frequency of the present planet Earth and the vibrational frequency that will exist on Terra. That's why we call it Midway Station. So we are all being prepared here for this next great shift as Gaia is transforming to Terra Nova. Now we're all part of this process. We're all here together. We're in this together as Lightworkers and Starseeds. And we're all, as we ground these higher frequencies into Gaia, helping with this ascension process. In effect, we will be helping all of humanity and all beings in this realm to ascend with Gaia into Terra Nova. And as we ascend into the 4th and 5th densities, as we ground the heavens into the earth, we are transforming, we are transmitting, and we are manifesting New Earth. We are manifesting Terra Nova. We are manifesting the new Eden, new Atlantis, whatever name you want to give to this pure awareness, to this bliss state, to the joy that is within in the still center. As we manifest the joy and our passions from our heart center of our greatest desires, wishes, hopes, and dreams. So stay in the heart, my friends. You can connect with other Lightworkers on our website, primedisclosure.com/chat. And you can just type in any username and sign in and join in with other Lightworkers. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Please leave a comment below this video on what you are experiencing through these shifts, through these energy waves. Let us know how you're feeling, what you're experiencing. These things help other Lightworkers. The 144 are coming through right now as I speak. Feel them. You may feel chills in your body as the angelic realm connects with you. Go into those feelings, ride those waves, let the bliss lift you up as you ground deep into Gaia. We are the Rainbow Bridges. We are here to assist all of humanity and all life through this universe and all universes, the multiverse, the infinite multi-dimensional realms, in all time and space, from all past, present, future timelines, all time loops. We are breaking free, and we are doing this together. No one is left behind. Much love, light, and blessing